So hello everyone guys, this is Kartik Sapra and this is another episode in which we'll be discussing about org awareness, and today's organization will be Oppia Foundation. So we have a GSoCer from past year, Nikhil Agarwal, who has done GSoC with Oppia Foundation. So he will be telling us about himself first, and then we will be discussing about Oppia. So many questions you have, all those will be answered. So over to you, Nikhil. So
Yeah,
kindly tell us about yourself, please.
yeah. Hello everyone. I have done GSoC in past year 2020 batch. So from Oppia Foundation. In Oppia, my project was completely from backend side, like building something in Python. So very little about JavaScript or Angular. So I guess yeah, I will discuss my project briefly on later minutes of the video. So yeah.
How much beginner friendly is Oppia Foundation, like for beginners?
Okay. So Oppia is very much beginner friendly. In the beginning of the days when you start contributing in Oppia, you have to fill basically two forms, and after filling the forms, they basically assign you onboarding mentors. The onboarding mentors will help you to get familiar with the code base, helping your doubts with regarding setup and in and outs overall from Oppia. So Oppia communicates primarily in gitter, but the gitter channel, but we are now switching from gitter to GitHub discussions. So yeah, no problem there. So you can use mailing list also. Yeah, this is the channel where majority of the discussions happen, but this channel this channel is now we are planning to move from this channel and use GitHub discussions.
Any specific reason of moving to discussions than Gitter?
Okay, there are many specific reasons, like if we answer something in gitter channel, so like many people come and ask similar questions, so there is
Okay.
like there is very hard to track the same questions, but in GitHub discussions we can upvote the answers, or we can basically track the questions very easily. So we are moving to GitHub discussions nowadays.
Okay. So guys, all the links will be put in the description, so you can just refer those links and you will be able to go there with the help of the links. Okay. So you were talking about some forms also, right, Nikhil?
Yeah. So basically Oppia has its wiki page. If you move on to the wiki page, the you will see here that all of the links and sublinks are given here. But for the coder section, if you move on to coders, then the first point showing that you have to sign a CLA and you have to sign a contributor Oppia contributor survey. After filling this form, there is a steps for installation and something around then how to contribute, finding issues, and all of these stuffs. Right. So everything is written and well documented in Oppia's wiki page. So I will share this link also.
What actually
Hmm.
everybody wants to know is key any specific technology stack which is actually required before contributing to Oppia, like what Oppia guys actually are looking for, like for a beginner contributor who want to just begin with easy issues like beginner first issues, right, like that. So what are the actual technology stack which they should know?
Okay, so basically if you are filling the form, then they ask your tech stacks. So they primarily ask you to have some concepts of Python, or basically, or maybe if you are willing to work on front end side, then you have to know about Angular. But if you look into the issue section, Oppia has 1.2k issues open. So
Okay.
the issue set is very wide. We have some basic issues like fixing HTML or CSS, to the very far to the very large issues like something around building a architecture or something around. So the issue section are very wide. So if you are very beginner or just starting Python, you also have some issues to work on. Like
Great.
if I show you the issues section, there are labels, tags, so you can go with good first issue or good second issue, which you
Okay.
like. But if I move on to good first issue, you can see that there are a lot of issues open, and within each issue there is not a single work. Like if I open this issue, there are multiple tasks to do on. Like you can see there are many things are still pending. So yeah, like very much like a very wide set of issues are remaining. So all of the contributors are welcome to participate here.
So a basic Python or a basic knowledge of HTML and CSS will suffice, right? For beginner first issues or easy tasks.
Yeah, I say so, but majority of the things, like if I suggest a issue for schema, yeah, right, schema, like every issue has its description section, and every description section guides you to the wiki page. Like I can show you, like issue is created by me for beginner friendly, for beginners, and you can see that for working on this issue you should know about schemas and handlers. Now if a beginner wants to know what is a schema and what is handler, then there is a link to wiki page, and he or she may read the wiki page and get knowledge of what is a schema and what is handler. So if you do not know prior that what is a schema, so basically you can learn it while solving the issue.
Okay, so basically, a lot of research tasks are there. Basically, open source is about research, right? If you know everything, why come to open source, right? Go fetch a job then. But if you are a learner, then you can learn here, right? So, guys, here you
Yeah.
can see that with every issue there is a wiki page, and on the wiki page, I can see that it is very, very detailed. So yes, you can refer it and you can learn it. But what I am seeing here is that ideally if you want to contribute into something that is backend issues, then you should be working with Python a much, right?
Mhm. Yeah,
Right,
true.
Nikhil?
You will be
Okay.
working in Python, and like there after working with issues. So basically, I can show you like here. When you follow these steps, like after setting up Oppia, you will need to develop some skills like that Python, and some issues are open. You can see that writing schema is on the top
So it is
for
like a
backend.
roadmap to contribute to Oppia,
Yeah,
right?
true. Yeah.
Like
So
everything
if
from
everyone
signing up the forms, then
Mhm.
your it is the tech stack which is required, and there are some learning links also. Are the resources also mentioned there?
Okay, so basically it depends on interest. After signing the Oppia contributor survey, one mentor reach to you and ask about your interest and which side you are focused on, basically for front end, back end, or maybe a full stack also. So they will suggest some open issues, or after merging two issues, then you will get collaborator rights to the repository. Then after merging some more issues, after becoming collaborator, you will get to a team, and there are many teams in Oppia. Like, yeah, I can show you. Yeah, open projects. Wait a second. Yeah, there are projects. Like there are many teams: Oppia bot, Python 3 migration, server teams, contributor experience, Angular, automated QA. So based on your interest, you will be migrated to a team, and after that they suggest some issues like after merging two or three PRs, then the entire communication is within team, and Oppia discusses everything in Google Chats, or discusses everything in Google Chats. So primarily after becoming collaborator, you need not to focus on gitter channel or maybe GitHub discussions.
I'm getting this thing right. Just correct me if I'm wrong. Like,
Mhm.
basically, what you are saying is that a mentor will reach after filling the form, right? Or admin will reach after filling the form. And suppose if a person is just a beginner to programming, right? He or she doesn't
Mhm.
know anything, forget about GSoC, but he or she wants to learn and wants to contribute to open source. So, is there like any further interview kind of thing or anything from a mentor or admin side? Or they will just suggest some resources and issues as well if a person is willing to learn more, right? So that is my actual question.
Yeah, the mentor are very helpful. Like in my case, when I joined Oppia, means when I started contributing, I do not know anything about Angular. So my mentor reached and asked me, "Do you want to contribute in Angular?" And I said yes. So I also said that I do not know anything about Angular. So he also suggested me some links, some reference, some basic projects before contributing to Oppia. So the mentors are very much helpful. So you will
Okay,
learn on the way. Yeah.
so that's very nice, guys, because this is what you can call a real beginner friendly, because you will be reached by the mentors by filling the form, and after filling the form, They will ask you your interests, they can suggest you the resources as well, they will suggest you the issues. After contributing to the issues, there are certain teams in which you will be able to work upon. So guys, GSoC is a smaller picture, but open source and learning is the bigger picture. So yes, if you want to learn, then this is very good and great organization, I can say, right? Nikhil, talking about Google Summer of Code, so is Oppia taking part in this coming year also? Like,
Yeah.
are there any ideas they will be pitching for that?
Okay. I say so because basically Oppia is a Google funded project, right?
Okay.
So major from past 6 years, Oppia is participating in GSoC. So
Okay.
you can see here like in wiki page also there is a current link Google Summer of Code 2021. But
Mhm.
if you go down, you can see that Oppia is participating from last 6 years, 2016 to 2020. Oh,
Okay.
five
Okay.
years. Yeah, 2020 and 2021 Oppia has participated. So it is, I am pretty much sure that it will also participate in 2022.
So some people actually get very overwhelmed by seeing the code base, and I'm sure that there should be a very big code base here, right? And talking about code base, first thing, Nikhil, which I want to ask you is like, what is actually Oppia working upon?
Oppia builds a free software for creating creative lessons. Like I can show you oppia.org. Like it creates lesson in a fun and interactive way. So if you want to learn fractions, it will like kind of show you an apple or cake, then cut into the pieces and somewhat like that.
It's like a learning platform
Yeah,
for
true.
mathematics and stuff, right? And
You can see
it
their
is,
screen like
yeah.
their fraction lessons. So Oppia creates lessons and the tools and software to create these interactive lessons.
Okay, so basically they are working upon making your school studies interactive, right? So they,
Yeah.
so everybody can learn maths using these interactive things, and uh, many students in school actually are very much scared of maths, but they don't have to. I guess this is the mission, right, for Oppia.
Yeah, true.
So
Basically, you can see the mission of Oppia in the front home page.
okay,
Oppia's mission. Yeah.
so can we have that?
Yeah, yeah. Everything is well documented. Like Oppia also participate in GSOD, Google Season of Dogs. So yeah, their documentation is also very much like standard level.
Now, Nikhil, coming back to the question, like for the new starters, like everybody gets some overwhelmed, right? They actually get overwhelmed by seeing the big code base, right? And where to contribute or not, or they can have some issues in contributing, or maybe they will think that they're not that much knowledgeable. So, any advice for our viewers about that?
Yeah, I see. Like basically, you need not to know about everything about the code base, but if you are interested, like which part of the code base working on which side or which like which part in the front end, you can basically contact any of the core members. They will surely help you. But I will suggest that first go with any of the two beginner friendly issues, become a collaborator, join a team, and after joining a team we have a team lead, so you can contact them personally. We have meetings in every week from with the for the team, so you can ask there also.
So, these meetings are for the team members only, or these are for the new collaborators, like who haven't done the two peer collaborations for now?
Those who haven't done the two peer collaboration, basically they contact their onboarding mentor. So
Okay.
yes.
Which platform actually, is it a mailing list by which these mentors will contact the person who has filled the form, or anything else?
After filling the form, you will get a mail from Sean Lip, a person who is like maintaining all of who is maintaining Oppia project.
Okay.
After getting the mail, you will also get a personal mail. All of them are personal. You will also get a personal mail from onboarding mentor, and the process goes on. But there is also a mailing list too. You can basically search like Google Groups Google Groups Oppia. Then you will reach there. There is a developer group, Oppia Dev. There is also a group for Oppia GSoC Discuss. Like you can see, Oppia Dev, there are 65 members. You will also become member after becoming a collaborator, I guess. Yes.
So, guys, this was about Oppia, like what Oppia does, and how beginner friendly is Oppia, and where you can get in touch with the mentors. So, and what are the technological friends you should be known of, right? So, any other thing which you want to tell to the viewers, Nikhil?
Okay, so I guess many of the viewers will focus on GSoC. So for GSoC, I will suggest that you need to keep your eye on this wiki page, and I guess on January end or February beginning, you will get a link, Google Summer of Code 2022, where you can have the project ideas list. Like if you get into this link, currently it is Google Summer of Code 2021, but I guess after 2 months it will change to Google Summer of Code 2022. So in that you will have like project idea list. Like each project idea list is come from, you can see that there are multiple teams. So basically you have to align your idea, like align your team with project. So yes, like you first get the idea list, and then you can join a team, or anything, or vice versa. Like first join any team if you become collaborator within 2 months, and then switch your team based on your interest or something around. Then Oppia also has a template to write proposal. Like you do not write proposal in an empty doc. There is a full-fledged template. You can see here, like, yeah, please make a copy. So you need to fill up this template form for writing proposal. Yeah, and after writing proposal, you need not to complete entire proposal and then share to mentors for review. You can work on bits. Like if you start reading it, it is already mentioned in the top, like instructions. And after writing the proposal, you can share your proposal publicly in Google Groups channel. There is a Google Group channel for Oppia also, for GSoC specifically. GSoC Google Groups Oppia. Yeah,
Got
you
that.
can see. Yeah, Oppia GSoC Discuss. In this group, you can share your proposal and ask for review. Like here already many students have questioned that interested in contributing in oppia.org in GSoC or something around. So interested users or viewers can also mail here, and probably welfare team will reach you. And welfare team are those members or those participants who guide beginners to how to set up the code base, how to reach your onboarding mentor or something around. Yeah.
So, seeing from the GSoC idea list, I can see that if you want to be a GSoC student with Oppia, minimum 2 contributions are actually required, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, because then only you will be able to join a team, right?
Yeah. So if you read this page, where to go? Yeah, if you read this page, Google Summer of Code 2021, there is a prerequisite. You need to become collaborator. You need to have collaborator before contributing to GSoC.
Okay. So, guys, this is the major thing here, right? So,
One
I'll
more
read.
thing, like
Yeah.
Oppia also builds an Android app. So Oppia has projects in Oppia Android also. It works on Kotlin. Yeah, it works on Kotlin. You can see the project and discussions. Yeah, Oppia, it works on web. This works on Oppia Android.
Okay.
So those viewers who works on Android and wants to participate in Oppia, they are also welcome.
So basically, if I sum this thing up, then the tech stack which is required is on front end basis, it is Angular. Then you have Python on
Angular and
back end.
Python.
And then if you want to collaborate for the Android project, then yeah, if you do Android, then you can also collaborate here. But guys, this is the major thing. If many of you are targeting for Google Summer of Code, then you have to be a collaborator, and for that you have to make 2 PRs, right? So
Yeah.
do that first and then think of GSoC. So it is actually a very good process. First, make the newbies come into the open source and then think of Google Summer of Code. So this is good, nice thing about Oppia here, right? Which I can see because GSoC is a subset, open source is a bigger set, right? So that is a cool thing which I can see here, right? Anything else, Nikhil?
Yeah, I will also suggest read the past year proposal, and yeah, past year proposal will help you to get understand how the project works and how the student set their milestones. Like in my case, uh, uh, my my estimated date for merging PRs like was very much affected because of certain reasons. So you have to be very prepared for milestones. So you need to get idea from past year proposals also.
Okay, so these are the past year proposals, right? So they actually put
Yeah.
past year proposals on their GitHub also, right?
Yeah.
So
In the
yes, you
same
can
page
check
like
that.
Google Summer of Code 2021.
Okay, so guys, you can check this. This is just a complete information, like well documented information you have, right? So no one can give you best than this. So yes, you have to iterate yourself over every link which we will be putting in the description, and you will be good to go. So this was about Oppia Foundation and a Google maintained project and a very well maintained project. And I would like to thank Nikhil for coming here and guiding you all. So, Nikhil, it's good to have you here and guide the students. Thank you very much, bro. So,
Thanks. Yeah. You are
that's
doing
it.
great work.
So, that's it for today's session, guys. And we'll be meeting with the next episode of Google Summer of Code Org Awareness. So, that's it, guys. Bye bye.